bare projects that's gonna be getting dropped soon. Bare, bro. Like, this is a real exciting time, bruv. Some good music has already dropped.
I love it, fam.
Some shit music has dropped.
As always.
Do you know what I mean? Naturally, but you know what? And some of the shit stays because some people like some of the shit. And the great thing about music is that it's all subjective.
Of course.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's all subjective. Talking about something being subjective, Hardy Caprio's got a tune, called Gluten.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag, innit?
Guten Tag.
Yeah.
Big tune.
Yeah, Guten Tag, yeah. Hard, bro.
Hard.
And like, we was having a conversation. I said something about it on Instagram or on Twitter, and I was like, it shouldn't go unnoticed how hard Hardy Caprio was on that. And then someone else was like, nah, it wasn't. It was Dig That. Dig That was the guy. And I'm like, do you know what? I couldn't disagree with you anymore.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. Like, this is the sickest thing about music, bro.
Subjective, innit?
You get what I'm saying? Like that. Like, for me, Hardy just went absolutely.
The Guten Tag. Yeah, no, he went nuts.
Absolutely spazzed on that.
He went nuts.
And you know what? I gotta give it to him because I think one time ago I was having a conversation with him, where we was going somewhere and like he was talking. I don't even want to misquote him, but it sounded like he had this thing where people were feeling like his success that he had when he first come out of the gate was just by accident. If you get me?
Yeah.
But like since then, bro, he's just come out with just bare bangers.
He's been he works, fam.
Yeah.
And he's actually hard.
Yeah, he is.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
it's like people are trying to make excuses and say all this and that, but nah, the guy's actually cold. So just give credit where credit is due and just leave man alone.
Definitely. But yeah, couple projects coming out. Couple projects came out. Bro. So I know obviously a lot of people were really excited for Skepta's album, yeah? Honestly, I was really excited for P Money's album.
Bro,
yeah.
I was exactly the same. I wasn't wrong.
Yeah, bro. I was watching what P Money was doing, yeah, and some of the visuals and stuff that he was dropping, right? And I was like, nah, bro. Like, there needs to be a conversation about how good P Money is.
I've been screaming this my whole life, guys.
Yeah. I don't think that, like, people know that he's hard and he's always been respected, yeah. But, like, I just think that there actually just needs to be a full breakdown on how good this guy actually is, bro.
Bro, I've been screaming this for years, fam. When people say top 5 MCs and that, do you know, I've had so many conversations and people just leave him out. And bro, it gets me vexed.
I think it's impossible to leave him out now.
That's what I'm saying. I've been screaming it because I grew up on like listening to P Money and all that, man.
Yeah.
And I've been saying like the guy is just so cold. And I don't know what it is. It's like he's so consistent. He's been around for so long. He's done everything he's had to do. But for some reason, people are still not giving him the respect, because obviously everyone respects him, but he's not, like you said, in that position where people are just screaming and shouting his name. And
I wonder if that plays a big part in him going into the studio and embodying. I wonder if he thinks,
bro, if you know
like
100%. That's it. Do you not listen to his latest tunes? All he's doing is just bodying everyone, because that's what it is. He's literally looking at it thinking, bro, do you know how consistent I am? Do you know how long I've been around? Nah, do you know what? I've held my tongue long enough. And listen to No One, listen to Shook, listen to all these tunes. Yeah. That's basically what he's saying. He's like, put respect on the name.
Definitely.
And he
but before I even get into that stuff, yeah, I listened to his first, but I'll talk about all of that in a minute. Yeah. But then, like, I was trying to listen to Skepta's, but like, I just needed to find the space mentally just to hear it, because, you know, sometimes, like, at the time when I listened to P Money, I was on a plane, so and then I tried to download Skepta's, but it didn't work. And then I didn't want to listen to Skepta's album when I was in America. Yeah, I was in New York at the time, and I don't know why, but it just didn't feel like
I'm like that
while I'm floating around in America and I'm going to fucking Bed-Stuy and them to go and check some family and go and check some yard man and all of that. It's just it's not that right time. Do you get me? When I came back, jumped in the car, I heard it. And you know what, I like the album. I felt like production-wise, obviously, it's weird, because it's like, it's different, but it's not. Exactly, it's like a lot of the production is, you could just tell is him. And he's like, I
need to hold my tongue on the Skepta's album thing. But I want to know your... Okay, I'm really interested to know, like, your...
I felt like, some of the production, was like, literally, it was him. But it was like, he was definitely on a experimentative sort of vibe to a degree. And it's weird because it didn't feel progressive. It didn't feel progressive.
I agree.
It felt quite old schoolish, which isn't always a bad thing. It just depends on how you see things or whatever. This is just my perspective, but like I heard it and it was like, okay, like this is interesting. Listening to some of his interviews and that as well, I'd never heard him particularly talk so much about how happy he was with this project. Like him saying like just how happy he was with it, but like. In all honesty, there was elements of it that just didn't feel that cohesive. Like, so see, like the J Hus record, that just felt like that just came out of the blue. Like it was
as
weird.
in, we have this song, we need to put J Hus on it. For it to be.
It just was like, you know, when you're driving, you're listening to the album, whatever, and then boom, that just comes on. It's just like, it just felt, it didn't flow with the album. Do you get me? It didn't really flow with it. But another thing as well, bro, I think he needs some type of closure with the ex-girl and that.
Oh my days.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and this is what I love about artists and music, I love it when artists put shit in the music. You don't have to go to interviews and discuss.
Exactly.
One of the reasons why I connect with certain artists, is because they just pull it all in the music, bro. And I feel like I know bare shit about you because of things that you're saying, whether it's good or bad or whatever it may be.
That's how it should be, man.
Your thoughts, and that's how it should be. It shouldn't. When you're rapping and barring and that, for me, it shouldn't always be about the thoughts of somebody else. It should be about you.
Exactly.
So when I'm hearing like, you know, this is not the first time. There's been a few times where like the ex has been brought up and these type of stuff, and I'm like, you know what? It definitely sounds like my man needs some closure on that still. But what did you think, though?
I have to watch what I say and be careful before I get painted as like, oh, he's a hater or whatever.
Nah,
it was all right. It was all right. I liked it. I feel like it was a really mature album in the sense that he's talking about, like you said, like situation about the ex and his child and stuff like that. So it was good. But and I have to do this thing, like especially when I listen to people like Skepta, where, you know, like he was like one of the first, when I came to this country, like one of the first grime artists I heard of. So I have to do this thing where I have to separate that from my brain, from the I want the old Skepta anytime you see me wearing a glove. I know I got a gun in my, I have to separate that and just take him as he is now. But it's hard to do that because every time he's putting out like projects and stuff, all I'm thinking is, I want to hear some
shit.
Grease, but I'm like, that's stupid for me to think like that because I don't rap the same when I was obviously you, do you know what I mean? So I listened to it and I was like, right, this is like a bit mature in that, but production wise, exactly as you said, I feel like it just, like you said, it wasn't progressive. Lyrically, it was just like,
it wasn't like Mark.
It
wasn't proper Mark Skepta. Like it wasn't like I don't know. Obviously, he might just be in a different space, different. I'm just going by some of the things that he said in his interviews and that. Like,
I'm happy you're saying this as well because I thought I would have come on in and be like, I'm not sure, and you would have been like, what? It was live.
No, I don't think it was a terrible album. I thought it was. I thought it was alright, but it was like, I'm going by like some of the things that he said in his interview and stuff, and like also just like his previous stuff as well, but also accepting the fact that like naturally he's grown, his circumstances have changed, his perspective has changed, he's a father now, you know what I mean? There's like all of these other different elements to it. And in fairness to him, he, prior to this moment, from my perspective, he's been murking in a sense that like, obviously he had the Konnichiwa album or whatever, and then after that he nothing was happening, and then all of a sudden he started licking man with fucking the tune with ASAP, then lick man with the flipping with the WizKid tune or whatever, toured the whole world off these records and that as well. His live shows are being proper sick, but this project just didn't like. Honestly, I wouldn't say that it matched up to the expectation that I was.
No, it definitely didn't. It definitely didn't for me either. But getting back to what you just said, even before he let this project out, when he was doing the ASAP and all this and that, do you still think he was like bodying though? Like, do you think he was? Yeah,
I did still. You know, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I felt like he bodied the ASAP thing. I felt like the WizKid song, obviously it's a different type of song. It's not to be bodied. But
of course. But
do you get what I'm saying? But like even in the mix of all of that, still turning up to certain places and grabbing the microphone and like getting back to the essence.
Bro.
He's a person who, at his level, he doesn't particularly need to do that, but he does.
That was the thing that made me happy, because I was at Wiley's birthday and we did our set before they went on, like me and all like the whatever new MCs and all that. And then when I saw him roll there
at the Grime Originals event.
Grime Originals, yeah. And when I saw him there, I was just like, right. Like, bro, this is what...
He'll always turn up to a place and murk.
That's the thing, yeah.
He's the God MC, like, and he's got fucking... He's a man who can stand there for hours and not repeat.
Exactly, yeah.
You get me? But album, I think, do you know what, yeah? A part of my thought process in this, unfortunately, just for me personally, is just that, like, is how much I enjoyed P Money's album.
Bro.
And then going to listen to that. Yeah. And then straight away after listening to Skepta's album, I'm going straight back to P Money's again.
Bro, that's exactly... I listened to Skepta's, then I listened to obviously P Money's thing.
Yeah.
Then I don't literally I haven't been back to Skepta since. I've just been rinsing P Money's thing.
I wonder if it's a thing where, like, you know, sometimes some artists drop albums, or drop music or songs in like singles or whatever, and then you enjoy it more when you go to the live show. Like, at the time you hear it, you're like, I don't know about all of this. Then you go to the live, you go to the headline show, you just go and see them perform somewhere, and then you get it. Because he said in his interview, or in one interview where he was talking about, like, just can't wait to get back on the road, making music, because he was getting bored of his set list, essentially, like going all over the place and consistently doing the same set all the time. He's wanted to add some new music to it or whatever. I'm hearing some songs in there which I don't know how they would do live, but I wonder if it's one of them ones. Do you get me?
Maybe, but like, I feel like I should still be able to get that vibe from the album though. And the thing about, and I could be, obviously I might be completely different, but I feel like if I go to almost any live show, I'm gonna enjoy it more anyway.
Now sometimes I hate them. I'm not
really.
Yeah, there's sometimes when I've gone and I've hated it.
Because the thing is, if I go, I'm saying all this about Skepta's thing, and I know what I'm like. I'm gonna go to the show and I'm gonna be vibing, vibes in.
Yeah.
But that's because I'm out, the energies, whatever this and that. I should be able to like it just being on my own and listening to it.
Yeah.
Same as the P Money's thing. I don't need to go to a show. I listen to it in my own room and be like, raw, this is hard. Then I go to the show and be even more gassed. Yeah. Whereas the Skepta's thing, I feel like, it's okay. Then I go to the live show and be like, obviously it's a vibe. But I feel like it should be able to do that from the album itself.
That's
but
true.
maybe.
But you're right. But trust me when I tell you, shit doesn't always work live, man. It doesn't always work live. Some people.
I think it's just me because I'm just always mash up when I'm out. Just
I hear that,
bro. Anything, I'm just there.
Yeah, you just go out on a thing to just vibe. See me, I go because I wanna.
I'm vibing already before I get in there.
Do you know what it is? Maybe sometimes I look at things too deeply at times, but there are times when I go to live shows for many different reasons. Yeah, one because I'm like, for that perspective, I want to go because I'm like, I want to see what this is like live.
Yeah.
There's certain albums that are like, or certain artists or musicians, that like just they have something about them live, and then you get it a bit more. Do you get me?
Yeah.
And then there's like other times where it's like I go to a live show because I just want to just see if they can put on a live show or whatever it is. Like I'm just going around looking at like all the things that make a live show sick, some of the stuff that don't make it that good.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe even comes down to a little bit of like working with artists and stuff before.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be a part of like working with someone sick. So if I'm with an artist, I'm like, and I see stuff that didn't work, I say to the artist straight away, I don't know if you should try to do that. I think you should do this or think about doing that or whatever it is. And I love there's been times where I've not even liked an artist and come out of a live show or even a festival or whatever and really like them.
That's what I'm saying. That's like me whenever I go to shows. Like I roll up there and like I said, I don't know if it's just because I'm already on a vibe. But then I end up leaving and I have a lot more respect for that person because I feel like rotted. Like you put on a show and you did what you had to do.
Yeah.
And I love the live thing as well, like you said, because like I've obviously even from like my shows and whatever, you learn so much about doing like doing a live thing.
Yeah.
Like, bro, it's a whole different ball game, man.
He put B Live on the album as well. B Live's a real vintage guy from back in the day, as well. But he's been out here as well. it was sick to see. But yeah, I would just say there's some songs in there that I think is hard. I just think there's songs in that album that I think is proper sick.
Yeah.
I just think as a body of work, it's not that
that's
cohesive, and it's just it's okay. But what is good to see is that he's proper happy with it, and that for him, it's giving him a lease of life where he's like, you know what, now I can go and travel again and just fucking and start bodying or whatever. Because for me, I just feel like Skepta is evidently one of the chosen ones.
Oh yeah, 100%.
He's absolute G in his thing.
100%. And
I don't know. It's far from one of his best projects though.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I said this as soon as I heard it. Maybe I listened to it I think twice or something. Maybe I need to sit on it for a while as well. But like you said, the most important thing is that he's happy with it, and we need to remember that we're not living these people's lives as well.
Definitely.
So as much as I will always be like, give me the fucking with the team. Give me the anytime you see me wearing the glove.
Do you know why I'm not bothered about those things though, bro? Do you know why? Because we got it.
Yeah, that's.
Do you get what I'm saying? If we didn't ever have it, then it would be a shame.
And but know what?
When you've given it to man.
Yeah. I'm happy.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Do you get what I can always go back to that. And on top of that, I was there. I saw a lot of it.
And Jay-Z has that bar that's like nigga said they wanted to owe me by my old album. Yeah. So that's how I've had to train my brain to do that. Otherwise, I'll be saying that about every artist. I'd be saying, nah, fam, I want the old thing. And I feel like the majority of us, we always say that about all rappers.
Of course.
We're always like, nah, I want the old stuff. But then we forget these people are growing.
Yeah, of course.
They're seeing, like you said, different perspectives. They're having youths. They're going through breakups. And you just have to respect what they're doing. And if he says he's happy with it, then cool. But
I think do you know what as well? Yeah, I think it's okay to think that. I think it's okay to say, you know what? Yeah, I prefer the old
stuff. Yeah,
I prefer there's certain artists that I prefer. Obviously, I don't want them to be struggling. I don't want them to be struggling. I don't want them to be in the gutter and doing shit. But musically, I preferred you when you was in the gutter. And that's just me.
Bro, that is 100%.
But also, one of the reasons why was because maybe at a certain time in my life, I was feeling a certain type of way, and it married.
Of course.
Do you get what I'm saying? It fed into that.
Because we were there at that time with them as well, And even if we weren't there ourselves, because they're going through that, you could just hear the hunger and the passion. Not that I'm saying artists now don't have the hunger and the passion, but when you get the success on all that, you just took your foot off the pedal a little bit, and you just feel like, you know what? Yeah, let me just make this album, let me vibe. But back then, it was like, bro, it was fighting for mics, it was studios, it was getting in the booth, spitting with your heart. You can hear the tone, everything in it. So like you said, when they were in that zone, it was better for... Nah, it was cold, man. Oh, I miss those days, man. But no, the album's good, man. But
it's alright still.
It's alright.
The P Money thing.
Bro.
Jesus crispy, bro. Oh my God,
the
bro.
P Money thing is...
And also, can I just say, see the hook on Shut Your Mouth.
Yeah.
Me. Oh my God, bro. It's so simple, but the way that it's cold, bro.
It's so
seriously
cold.
The production on it as well.
Cold.
The production on that album is cold.
I heard a bunch of spirals.
A bunch of spirals.
I heard
Teddy.
Spirals. Sorry, man. Silencer, Teddy. That's what I meant to say. Teddy and that's what I was meant to say. But yeah, no, it's cold.
Where and when? That was. Do you know what? That was probably the thing that made me massively excited for the album.
Yeah, 100%.
When I heard,
I was rinsing where and when every day,
and then,
bro.
As soon as I knew Giggs, you know what? Yeah, when I saw Giggs was on this tune, I knew straight away Giggs is not spitting a 32 bar. He's not. He's not. He's gonna do a 300 bar thing.
Yeah.
He's gonna do a 300 bar thing. There's no way he's gonna get that beat and then he's gonna say to P, what? Like P's gonna say to him, do me a 32 or a 64.
Nah,
he's like,
hungry for that.
Every time you feel like it's gonna change, it doesn't. It's still
Giggs. Oh, big up Teddy, man. That beat is a madness. But now that money, that tune, what's it? About grinding.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Bro.
Do you know what? Wicked conversation to have, because in that song he talks about the hustle and him having to grind and all of that. But then also looking at it, he's about to say, I'm not saying that you lot have got it easy, but
and he's like,
you know, fuck that, man. You lot have got it easy. When you go to radio, it's legal. You get what I'm saying? You don't even know about this.
When he said that bar, he had to take the headphones out and just put it down and be like, oh shit. I was like, yeah, man, you done your thing. That tune, I think, well, there's that one, and there's obviously lyrics at the end as well where he's just barring on a mad thing. But yeah, that tune about grinding, I think that's the one for me. Obviously, the whole album's sick.
Yeah.
But about grinding, he literally just said some real. He always does say real shit, but that one was just. Yeah. He just said some truth.
And he goes like real personal with the end song as well.
Yeah.
So you get like elements of different sides, but then you just ultimately get a man who's essentially just barring.
Exactly.
That in essence, I guess you could never say, listening to this album here, you could never say, I want the old P Money. You can't.
That's the thing.
Because he just gave it to you.
Literally, when I saw the album got announced here, I was a bit nervous. I'm not going to lie. I was a bit nervous and I thought, has P Money done all the mad barring he's had to do and then this thing's going to come out? And I was like, no, but he's never fell off. He's never switched it up. So then I listened to it and I listened to it and I said, yeah, you can't say you want the old P Money because he's still, I don't know if it's right to say he's still getting better because he's always been sick. But yeah, there was no falling off of that. No slacking. Bro, the album is hard. Hard. I think, it's my favorite body of work right now.
Yeah. Do you know what as well, I was listening to, actually it's two things. I was listening to a conversation that some people were having about a particular artist, I was Dig That, I think. I was listening to his album and conversation was like going in and out of like, you know, him showing versatility and like whatever. And then I was thinking to myself, you know what, sometimes, this is just my thing, sometimes fuck the versatility, bro. Do you know that? Like sometimes fuck versatility. Do you know why? Because this is just me being selfish, I like you for a thing.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Right? I like you for a certain thing. Give me that. I'm good with that. Bruv, back in the day when man was driving around doing certain things unproductive or whatever, I was listening to, there was a time I was listening to Chic Luch, Heavy and like Jada Kiss and that. Like, bro, these man were giving me the same shit. They was telling me it in different ways, but giving me the same shit. And I listened to it all day, bro.
Trust.
You get what I'm saying? I listened to Mobb Deep and that the whole day. When I was listening to Grime and that, I was listening to this shit the whole day, bro.
Trust me.
Give me that. When I'm listening to slow jams and stuff, there's certain artists or whatever, let's just say Usher or whatever, like, I'm listening to this because I like this style here. If you're giving me all of bare different styles of it and that, I may not like it. So I don't give a fuck. Sometimes, the versatility thing is not the make or break thing for me. Just give me... Know, this is just from my perspective, know what you're good at, know what you're not good at, and just body it. Body it. Fuck the versatility sometimes, bruv. It's nice if you nail it and you execute it, but other than that, go away with that, man. I don't give a fuck about versatility, bruv. Give me what you're hard at, and I'm on that. And I'm on it, bro.
But that is, I get that. Because I'm like that as well, which is why all my conversations always lead to give me the old school rhythms and that. Give me the thing. But at the same time, it's selfish. It is selfish from both of us.
Of course.
The artists, obviously, they don't always want to be doing that.
No,
they just want to be catching a little vibe and, you know what I mean, switching it up or this and that. So it is a selfish thing, 100%.
Listen, I'm not,
but if it was up
I'm
to
not
me,
telling them to do it. I'm not telling them. I'm just saying, for me, sometimes, like... Okay, I remember like Janae Aiko, she does like a lot of slowy vibes or whatever, and then sometimes some people are like, oh, you know, but it's a bit samey or whatever. Listen, give me that.
Oh yes,
just give it. Just say, you can say things in different ways or whatever.
What we like,
but that's what I like her for. That's why I'm attracted to her.
I'm exactly the same as that. I'm the same as that. Just give me that,
and I'm good with it. If you switch it up and do all of that stuff and you nail it, then that's sick. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you know, even when we was talking before about Hardy Caprio and listening to Goot and Tag, that style of production for drill is very different, bro. Like, that's quite progressive as far as I'm concerned, especially when a lot of stuff can be proper samey. But man nailed that.
Killed it.
Do you get what I'm saying? Man nailed that. But if he didn't nail it, I'd be like, bro, maybe that's things there not for you. From my perspective, if you're gonna ask me, do you get what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. But there's some other bits and pieces that's come out actually. Did you hear the Mo Stack and Stormzy record?
It was a Shine Girl.
Yeah. It's alright, you know.
Huh?
It's alright, you know.
Yeah.
Bro.
Stormzy was dropping them harmonies and vocals and them things. I was like, rotted.
You know he's getting better at that.
Yeah, he is. Bro, he's literally just gonna switch up and turn it. You see the way Wiley has just been posting big bashment things.
Yeah.
Wiley's like he's that's it, he's gone.
Wiley's got a cold song that sounds like it's coming, by the way.
Yeah. Singing on that's what I'm saying. And with what?
With one girl singing on it. I don't know who it is, bro, but he's been
it. But yeah, that's it. Wiley just literally is bashment artist. He's gone now. Stormzy's just gonna turn into a singer. We're finished, man. That is it. We're finished. All that versatility. But me and you were gonna be stressing.
Nah, do you know what though? Some of it I'm alright with. I don't mind some of it still.
Yeah.
But I know that, like, you know, some people, like even P Money's referenced it, innit? Man weren't always doing grime and going over here and doing X, Y, and Z and blah, blah, blah. Man, we all know that P Money's always stayed to that and stayed to the essence and stuff, which is good. But I think go and do your thing. As long as you body it, then do your shit, innit? And if you don't, then I may not like you anymore.
That's it, yeah. Standard.
But that's just one person out of however many people that you can go and target. You know what I mean? But that Shine Girl record seems like it's gonna be quite a big one for the summer, and I'm also noticing that, like, it seems like a lot of people are anticipating Mo Stack's album more than I thought that they would.
Oh,
do you get me? Obviously, I've always thought that the guy was good, but it seems like I said to someone, I tweeted recently, you know, what do people think is the song of the summer so far? And the amount of people that hit back and was like, let's wait until Mo Stack's album drops first.
Bro, you know what?
Let's wait until J Hus drops before we start doing all of that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
We might have to, you know. And yeah, Mo Stack is cold.
He's got one with that, man.
He is very, very cold. Like, he knows what he's doing.
He's got a great formula, bro.
He's got a great formula. You know what the thing is about him as well? Like, because he does all these, like, I don't know if you want to call it commercial, but them type of tunes there. You'd think he'd just come with some 1-2 lyrics and basic and that. Bro, he's still, like, you know, I like the fact that he's got, like, humor in his lyrics. Yeah. That's my favorite thing about him. Like, he always has something that will make me laugh or sound in his verse. And that's hard to do, you know, like, when it comes to that writing technique. Yeah. So I think, no, he's hard. He's got the flow, he's got the confidence, he's got the humor, and he always, because I hate listening to them tunes, them little poppy, whatever it is, them doom, whatever them, you know them beats there. And then when man
harmonized, did you see it?
When is that what I just did? Yeah, but you know when it's just them like, whatever lyrics on top of it, like he always has something that is just like, yeah, like you've actually gone and like done your thing, rather than girl, man, will do this and that.
Yeah, I hear that stuff.
Nah, he's hard, man. He's hard.
I see people talking about. Shout out to Link Up TV, by the way. They have got some great content where they're like doing album reviews of a bunch of people and stuff like that. It looks really good, man. And there's a couple of people in there that I really like. One of them in particular said he feels that Dave's one of the top 5 rappers at the moment. And then Marks disagreed or whatever. And I was like, you know what, to be honest with you, I could easily put an argument together for why Dave is one of the top 5 rappers that's to come out of the last 5 years. In actuality, I could probably present a good argument for why he's actually the best in the last 5 years. I could. I'm not going to do it right now. We'll do it another day. But I can... And do you know how I could do it as well, This is how confident I am in presenting the argument. I could do it with everyone else's criteria. Yeah. So what I mean by that is, because for me, I have a criteria. When you say to me, who is the best rapper and why, I'm looking at, like, you know, clarity and wordplay and... when we're just talking about rapper, impact, like all of these things, I will ask somebody, what is your criteria? Give me your criteria, and I will present why he is top 5, if not the best, top 5 using your criteria.
You know what? I like that because he actually ticks all the boxes for that. You know? If you come and you say wordplay, in the bag. If you say flow, in the bag, clarity
in the bag,
it's
wordplay, impact,
actually mad,
ridiculous. And then what I've said before is that, like, if you just listen to him,
Yeah.
if you're just listening to him on a surface thing, you're just hearing a man rapping and he's just telling a story or whatever it is, and it's like, yeah, it's cool, it sounds good, whatnot, yeah. But see, when you dig beneath and you start hearing the double entendres and all the punchlines and all of that shit, bro,
I live for that shit, bro.
The first thing I want to ask is, in fact, I'll ask the audience here, if anything, like, who are the 5 that you put above in the last 5 years?
Wait, so when you say in the last 5 years, do you mean that these other people have to have dropped projects, or you mean they just have to just exist? Like,
I think projects do count.
Yeah.
I do think projects do count, to be honest with you.
Because, you have like the obvious, like, gods, like...
No. I said of the last 5 years. But that's so you can't like manipulate it and then start telling me about, some of the man them that's been out here for 10, 15 years. I'm talking of the last 5.
But what are you saying? Who's come up in the last 5 years? Or you mean...
From 5 years and to now. Not 10 years. Not like... You can't throw in like any of the old dons. You can't do none of that.
Like,
not man that's been out here for time. I'm talking about man that have existed pretty much from 5 years, 4 years. This is not to say everyone else is shit. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I know, of course.
There is a lot of shit, though.
Yeah,
there is a hell of a lot of shit.
100%.
There's a lot of shit. But rappers, not MC, rapper, top 5 of the last 5 years, yeah. I want to know I want to know who people are putting above. Seriously. I really do.
If you say the last 5 years... And I've been screaming this as well. Yeah, it's got to be Dave.
But obviously, if you're saying last 10 and all of that, or just in existence, then the argument changes a bit. But the last 5 years, it's almost not close to me.
Yeah, no,
it's almost not close.
It's easy for me. I'll put it in that. Yeah, if we
I don't even know. Do you know what the maddest thing is? I don't even know if a lot of people could even put 5. You know that. I don't even think a lot of people have a top 5 of the last 5 years. How about that?
That's true,
How about that?
That is true.
Do you know what the worst thing is? With MCs and grime MCs and people that listen to grime, I think it's different. I think people that listen to grime can give you their top 5 MCs of the last 5 years and all of that type of stuff. I just think the fans that are listening to like a lot of hip hop and drill and all of that type of shit, I don't even think that a lot of people even have a top 5.
Yeah, they can't even give you that,
No.
That's so true. Yeah, like the grime thing. Because whilst you're talking...
People just talk, changing the goalposts and...
I'm thinking
this
in my
man's
head...
got a banger and all... Nah, man.
I'm thinking in my head, as soon as you said the grime thing, I was like, who's been coming up? And I was like, yeah. And I was thinking of like Jafro and all these men. I was like, yeah. And as soon as you said the rap thing, I was like, Dave... And I sit and then...
Now, there's some cold rappers in that out there. I don't want to discredit...
No. Yeah, definitely not discrediting. But I'm just thinking like, to top him...
Nah, bro. Nah.